Rajat Sethi, you know what seems to have happened is that the Chief Minister has played with fire. I was in Manipur last year covering the election, and there were reports that the Kukis were being used, Kuki militants were used by the BJP at the time to win that election in certain parts. It was an election where you played with fire. And today that fire has come to singe you after that High Court order last month. Do you agree that the government of the day has played with fire by arming these groups? Where are all these arms coming from?
Well, Rajdeep, I'm sorry to say, but your understanding of Manipur is very shallow. That's point number one.
That's okay.
Number two is that you don't have to just go there. No, sir, it's not an accusation. You go there for 2 days and you draw conjectures based on 2-day visit, sir.
No, sir, there have been detailed reports that people from the ground have done on Manipur saying during the last election militant groups were used.
You go there on dinner festivities and lunch festivities. That is not how you understand a state. You have to live there, live the reality over there to understand that state.
So you tell me, where are the guns coming from? Where are the guns coming from?
Oh, sir, I will tell you everything. Allow me time to speak, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
First point is that I'm really appalled when, Professor Hauke, when he said that what option do we have? You know, I have a lot of Kuki friends over there. We have worked closely for the past 5 years to ensure that there is stability and peace in that state. But, you know, if miscreants and terror outfits who are being normalized by the Kuki intelligentsia, like Professor Hauke sitting here, how do you even see a roadmap of peace going forward? My big worry is that when you start to say that we don't have any other option but to channelize these militant groups even from across the border, there are 10 active insurgent groups which are Kuki insurgent groups working, sitting on the hilltops and shooting with a sniper on the Meitei communities and villages who are living in the villages on the foothills. There are 2 phases of violence. First violence happened in the first week of May. Kukis were targeted in the Imphal Valley then. I accept that, and I'm being a neutral arbiter here. But what has happened for the past 3 days in the villages in Sugnu and in Kakching areas has been pointedly carried out by Kuki terror groups, terror outfits who have these semi-automatic and automatic machine guns and AK-56s and AK-47s with ammunition being supplied even from across the border, all financed through poppy cultivation and drug money that was funneled into the state for a very long period of time. All of this has culminated together into the Kuki militants having access to these weaponry.
Is it true that some of the point, I take your point, and I'm glad, Rajat, you've given us a very clear chronology. No, I take your point of giving a very clear chronology. I only ask you this. These very militant groups reportedly were used during the election campaign of 2022. Yes or no?
Give me an example. Give me a proof, Rajdeep. Please give me a proof. Because you are accusing something which is very serious. It is serious to the extent
I'll pick it up from where Rajat is talking. The argument is going haywire.
Yeah, go ahead, Hemochandra. Yes, what do you want to say?
Let me for a change be in between Rajat and you. But I absolutely agree with Rajat Sethi ji for this point of view. Because see, let us be pragmatic. You covered Manipur very extensively. I was there with you. See, this is not a time to start getting into the genesis of history and blah blah and all that. What Rajat is saying is very pertinent. It is about national security today. Today you are talking about Dragunov sniper rifles. You're talking about tons of ammunitions. We have a porous border with Burma. We have an international issue. So what is happening today has exploded beyond what we could imagine.
So what were these groups? No, Hemochandra Singh, 1 minute. What were these groups? No, 1 minute, sir. What were one of the achievements of the government of Mr. Biren Singh in his first 5 years was to ensure relative peace. Why suddenly have these groups again got active? What has changed?
See, Rajdeep will have tons and tons of time to, bash governments and have this debate over a period of time. That is not the reason why I've come to your show to talk and not to, slug it out as if like a political session.
No, so what has changed? I'm asking you what has changed.
Allow me to finish it. What I'm concerned about, Rajdeep, at this point of time, and I have deep respect for you. You've at least given this prime time, air to all of us so that I'm very sorry to say this, that Maitris have also been demonized beyond, the culture we have, the Vaishnav Dharma, the so-called liberal attitude with whom we have lived for centuries, not with just the cookies, with everybody, has been totally finished. And last words again for this present section, as Rajat has rightly said, it is appalling to hear very, very nice, well-read citizens from the cookie community. I don't want to name them. They are like some of them are childhood friends with whom I've grown up, and they are now talking in terms of total separation, ethnic cleansing. Please be very careful about using such words.
Okay.